Example 3. I'm going to use u substitution to find the indefinite integral of 4x plus 7, all divided by 8x squared plus 28x raised to the 5th dx. My first instinct, once again, it's the most common thing when you have an exponential, is to let that interior part be your u. So I'm going to let u equal 8x squared plus 28x. So my derivative of u with respect to x is going to be 16x plus 28. I'm going to put that in parentheses because it's a binomial. And now I need to multiply both sides by dx. And that dx belongs to both terms. That's why I need those parentheses. So on the left side, the dx's are gone. And I get du equals, and I'll leave it in parentheses again, 16x plus 28 times dx. And then what I want to do is to isolate the dx, I'm going to need to divide by this 16x plus 28. So both sides, 16x plus 28. That means that for the dx, I can substitute the derivative with u over 16x plus 28. So this is the expression that I can put in for dx. Now don't be alarmed that it has an x in it. This substitution has to remove all of the x's, but sometimes we have to do some simplifying to get that to happen. So let's go up here and let's substitute what we know. We're going to get the integral, and I don't see anything that has to do with 4x plus 7. So I'm just going to leave it there. Don't panic if you still have an x to begin with. Okay. Now, this 8x squared plus 28x is going to be my u, and it's to the 5th. And now I'm going to put my dx in, and instead of dx, I can write du over 16x plus 28. All right. Now I'm going to have to do a little bit of algebra. 14x plus 7 over u to the 5th. I've still got x's, so I'm not ready to integrate yet. But I do notice that 16x and 28 have a common factor of 4. And if I factor out a 4, look what I get. I get it's times 4x plus 7. So now, through reducing, all the terms with the x's are actually gone. So I get the integral of du over, and look, that's 4u to the 5th. 4u to the 5th. Now I have all u, so this is great. I can do the integral now. Now, u to the 5th in denominator is going to become u to the negative 5 du, and this is over 4. So that really means that I have a 1/4 times the integral of u to the negative 5 du. So I'm going to use the exponent rule. I have 1/4 u to the negative 5 plus 1 divided by negative 5 plus 1 plus c. So that's 1/4 u to the negative 4 over negative 4 plus c. So that's going to give me u to the negative 4 and a negative 16. And normally we'll just put that negative here. Instead of putting it in the denominator, we're just going to put it out here even with that bar. And the only thing left is to take your u. Remember what we had? 8x squared plus 28x. So we get that this equals negative 8x squared plus 28x to the negative 4 over 16 plus c. And you know they really don't like that negative exponent, so here's a 1 right here. So I'm going to be left with a negative 1 in the numerator, and a 16th in the denominator, and also in my denominator, an 8x squared plus 28x to the fourth plus c. And that will be my final answer. Negative 1 over 16 times 8x squared plus 28x raised to the fourth power plus c.